So good evening, and welcome to Friday night's Family Fitness Yoga. So we're going to start with standing up. We're going to do our breathing standing up. We're going to do alternate breathing. So you're going to breathe up one nostril, and then you're going to breathe down the other. Then you're going to breathe back up that nostril, down the other. Now, to find your perfect nostril, if you sort of place your hand under your nose and blow out, you'll find you breathe out more out of one nostril than you do the other. And the same if you breathe in, you'll find you breathe into one nostril more than the other. Now, apparently it changes. What I've noticed is if I'm right-handed, I breathe in dominantly into my left nostril and breathe out through my right nostril. But apparently it changes. So, but you've got to choose that. Now there's different ways of holding it. You can use two fingers and placing one on your nose, and you can breathe up that nostril. Seal it, take the thumb away and breathe down. Or you can do it another way. You can bring your fingers into like a pistol finger, and then you're going to use these two fingers, and they're going to work against the nose. So this side, because we've breathed up the other one, now we're going to breathe up this nostril, the opposite nostril from the thumb, by placing our fingers on our third eye in between our eyebrow. Seal it, and then breathe out by taking the fingers off into the other nostril. Now that would be one set. So we're going to go up. We're going to start with a breath out, and you're going to try and fill the lungs. Hold the air in, and then breathe out, bringing the lungs, emptying the lungs. And we're going to go round in a circle. So we're going to start with a breath out. Choose your hand position and stay nice and easy. Breathe up your dominant nostril. Hold it. Take the thumb away, breathe out down the opposite nostril. Now breathe in this nostril. Seal it. Take the finger away, breathe out down that nostril. So that's one set. Here we go. Carry on. finish our round and breathing out. We're going to breathe in through 2 nostrils, lifting our arms up, and breathe out through our mouth as if we're blowing out a candle. And let's do another one. And then just bring yourself back. Hi, buddy. So we're going to take it into a diagonal stretch. We're going to bring our thumb and place it in the base of our skull, then stretch our fingers out. Pull our elbows back. We're breathing in to look up to our right elbow and breathing out down to our left shoulder. Here we go. 3 of these. Bringing it back to centre. So let's try the other side. So thumb up onto the base of your skull. Breathe in to go up. And breathe out to go down. Bring it back to centre. Now, if at any time while you're doing that you feel really sick at any time, please let me know, okay? Especially those twisted necks. They cut across your carotid artery. They're really good pointers for blood clots and things like that if you feel physically sick. So we're going to turn by moving our foot. So I'm going to drop it down so you can see my foot, and then I'll drop it back, bring it back up. We're taking the foot out to the side. But we want to keep the feet even, the weight even between the 2 feet. So if it's your right foot that's turned out, you're going to place your right hand on your head. Sorry, wrong way, take no notice, we'll do that in a minute, we'll go that way in a minute. We're going to go forward first. You're going to tuck the chin in, pull the shoulders in, push the belly in, breathe out, bend the knees if you have to bring your hand to the outside, each side of the leg. Breathe out as you're going down. Then you're going to breathe in as you're rolling back up. And we're going to do 3 more. So breathing out, curl down. When you need to breathe in, lift it back up. And when you need to breathe out, move down. Remember, you take it and work it with your breath. So if you have to move a little bit quicker, because you have to breathe quicker, then you move at whatever speed your breathing needs you to move at. Let's do 1 more. Turn the foot back in. Let's take it to the other side. So again, the weight is even. We're curling, we're breathing out on the way down, bending the knees if we need to. Go by your back. Breathe in as you're coming back up. Three more. Oops. Someone forgot to switch your phone on. Keep going, ladies. While I turn my phone off. Two more. Make sure you let your head go as well, Vic, when you're down, to relax the neck as well. That's it, that's better. Lovely. Sometimes it's just nice for me to stop and have a look anyway, as well as I forgot to turn my phone to silent. Shh. So let's turn the foot out and we'll do our backwards move. So we're turning the right one out. Now we're placing our hands on our head and we're looking into the crook of our elbow. Our elbow and our foot should be facing in the same direction. We place our hand on our bum. We're going to breathe in, taking it back, pushing the hips forward, lifting the elbows, not so much the head. And then when you're breathing out, you're coming forward. So we're breathing in. We're pushing that hip in, or we can let the hand drop down the leg. It's up to you. Last one. So let's try the other side. So turning the foot, hand on the head, look into the elbow, push the hips forward, breathe in, take it back. Breathing out, coming back up. And again, you're moving with that breath. Last one. And bring it back to the center. So again, I'm going to turn my camera down so you can see my feet, and then I'll bring it back up to my hands. So with this, we're crossing our right foot behind our left foot, but we're making sure that the feet go flat onto the floor. Now this is a Krishna stretch. So you're bringing your right foot behind, you're then going to bring your right hand up, and you're going to eventually grab hold of your right hand with your the wrist with your left elbow. So you're bringing it up, you're grabbing hold, you're pushing over towards the left. Push your hip towards the right, push your hands towards the left. Look up. Feel that stretch right through the side. Use it, if you want, use that left hand and really pull on that right arm as if you're trying to pull it up towards the ceiling. And you'll feel that stretch increase. And then we're going to lift up. Take the arms down. Bring the right leg from behind the left leg. And we're going to change legs. So the left leg goes behind the right leg. The left arm comes up in the air. The right hand grabs hold of the left wrist and we're pulling the arm over towards the right. We're pushing the hips towards the left. We're keeping the feet flat on the floor. Breathing into the sides of the ribs. And then we're lifting, taking the arms down, bringing the leg back. Let's try one more. So right goes behind, right arm lifts, left hand grabs the wrist. We push up, we push out. We're making like a crescent shape with our body. Without falling over. And then lift. Bring that foot round. Last one. Lift, bringing it back down, bring the foot back in. Lovely, so let's take it into caterpillar. I'm going to drop it down a bit, you don't need to see my head. And I'll go kind of sideways. So with this, we're tilting the bum back, we're pulling the shoulders back, we're lifting the chin up. We're bringing the chest to the floor, bending the knees. Then we're curling and we're coming up. Now before the head goes back, the hips and the shoulders pull back. Then the head lifts up as you're going down. And it becomes one continuous movement, rounding through the spine. Taking it back. Pushing the chest down, heads up, then the head's down, and we're curling up. The knees are bending, so back, dropping the head, curling the spine. So really pull them shoulder blades together at the front, and then pull them together at the back, hips go back. How does it feel to breathe? What does your body want to do as it's moving? Not what I tell you to do, but just think, what does my body want to do? What happens as I bend? What happens if I want to blow out or breathe in? What happens if I start to curl up from this position? Let's do two more. And bring it back up. Give yourself a little shake. So let's take it into our hip circles. So I'm going to drop it down so you can see my feet. Now remember, you can hold onto a wall or a chair. You can keep your foot on the floor and you can draw circles, or you can just move the hip backwards and forwards, or you're taking it out, turning the knee round, bringing it forward, out, round and forward. Now remember, it's up to you. Listen to that hip. One more. bring it down. Move the weight over. Remember, one hip might not like it. So out, round and back. And bringing it down. Give your legs a little stretch. We're going to stretch the knees. So, bending the knees slightly. Just at the top of the knee, you'll feel the knee bone here, and then there'll be like a little piece of skin. It's quite muscly. This is the muscle at the top of the leg. You're going to slide your hands along so that you're sliding kind of the skin back on the legs. And then hold the knees. Now the knees stay in the same direction. They don't move backwards and forwards. You're bending the knees slightly, but you're keeping the feet flat on the floor. You don't want to come up onto the tiptoes. So from here, you're just moving the legs side to side. But you're keeping that distance, they're not moving. And you're not letting the feet lift off the floor. You'll feel this all the way into your ankle. It's working all the way down there. It's great if you're skiing. If you ever go skiing, do these exercises before you go skiing. They'll protect your knees. But again, also if you're going out walking on uneven surfaces, on grass and concrete and stuff like that, also do it. It's the same thing. So we're going to bring it to centre. We're going to take it in a circle. So when you go round, you're coming round. Now you're not locking out the knee, you're straightening the knee. So you'll see that's a locked knee, that's a straight knee, and they're not in line. Slight bend in the knee. And then you're trying to bend as far as you can, again without them heels lifting. So we're going round in a circle. And again, we don't want the knees moving in distance. They stay in exactly the same position. And then we're going to take them in the opposite direction. And then bringing it back to centre. Stand up. Give your hips a bit of a push forward if you need to. You find that's on your back. And then we're going to mime strut. So you're going to lift and push the hip forward, the heel forward, and then you're going to do the other leg. So you're coming, and as if you're strutting. This will stretch the toes and stretch all the ligaments that run through the bottom of your foot. And then bring it down, give your legs a little shake. Bring yourself into sun salutation. So standing at the front of your mat. Bring yourself into mountain. The hands can be in prayer in front of your heart, or you can have them raised above your head. Close your eyes. Take 5 breaths. But in these 5 breaths, think about what you really want. If you want nothing, then just say, I want nothing. You can ask for world peace. End to the COVID. So no matter where your arms are, you're going to lift them up and you're going to reach back as you're breathing in. As you're breathing out, you're taking it down into a forward bend. Breathing in, looking forward to a half bend. Start with your right foot, breathe out, step back. Let the hips drop. If you can breathe in, lift up. And then as you're breathing out, stepping back to down dog. Making sure that the shoulders are not pulling towards each other, they're pulling apart, and your shoulders are pulling away from your ears. Come up onto your tiptoes, come forward to plank. Remember to kind of grab the mat so the elbows go forward. Bend, lift up to cobra. Tuck the toes, push back to down dog. Lift the left foot up in the air. Look forward. Pull the knee in towards the chest. Step it between the hands. Bringing yourself up to a lunging warrior. Taking the hands down. Big step in. And breathe in to lift up. Let's do the other side as much as you can remember. Just think about your breathing. Reaching back, bring the hands together, breathe out, bring it down. Lovely. So we're going to take it into a wide-legged forward bend, and we're going to bring our hands behind our back. So we're taking our feet nice and wide, turning them in towards each other. Now imagine squeezing your legs together so that you tighten up that inner thigh muscle. From here, we're going to bend forward from our hips. Now if you've got your hands together, you can have the hands on the back. If you can, you pull the shoulder blades together, tuck the chin in, lift them arms, and they may push you towards the floor. Now you want to imagine somebody's got the top of your arms and they're twisting your arms in towards each other, and as they do that, it'll pull your shoulder blades closer together. I'm going to do this again in a second when we come up, and so that you can sort of see what I'm on about with my arms. So we're going to lift our head, bend our knees, and come back up. Now I'm going to do what I've just said upside down before you go down, and you have a look at this. Hopefully I'm in the right position here. So you're lifting the arm. You're imagining that someone's grabbing hold of up here and they're twisting them backwards, and you'll feel that it'll just pull them up a little bit more. Okay? So it's as if I'm behind you and I'm getting your shoulder blades and I'm going, ugh. So just channel me in your living room, twisting your arms. So here we go. Bending forward, lifting up, channeling me. And then lift the head, bend the knees, bring the arms down, lift back up. Take your arms out, give your hands a little shake. What am I doing? So we're staying with our legs nice apart and we're going into a humble warrior. We're turning our toes out this time. We're taking it kind of down into a goddess pose. But from here, we're taking our left heel, pushing it out, pushing in to that right knee and bending our head. We can straighten that left leg so that our head comes down towards the floor. If you want, you can always place your hands on the floor if you feel a bit uncomfortable. And then from here, we're lifting our head, pushing ourselves up, turning the heel out, bringing it back into that goddess pose. So we're going to turn that right foot. We're turning the heel out. We're pushing. We're bending our head, dropping our head towards our left foot. And we can straighten that right leg if we want. We can still keep it bent if we need to. We can also have that hand on the floor if we feel we want to. So we're going to lift the head. We're going to lift. We're going to turn the heel back in and into our goddess. This time we'll do the same thing but with our hands behind our back. So again we're pulling back, we're turning the heel of the left foot out, we're bending, we're bringing our head down, lifting our arms. Stay here and breathe a while. So we're lifting the head, we're lifting up, we're turning the heel in, bringing ourselves to goddess. Let's move that right foot, heel out, bend into the left, drop the head. And let's lift ourselves back up. Bring it down to goddess. And lift back up. Turn the toes in. Walk the heels in. And give the legs a shake. Where am I going next? So let's take it into a warrior. Oh, have I got time? Yes, warrior lunge. So I'm going to bring it up. We know what warrior lunge is. Warrior lunge on the with our feet together. We're stepping back into our tiptoes, pushing into the front. If you need to, you can always bring that knee down If you feel that you have to, you feel a bit wobbly. If you can lift it, lift it. So I'm going to change it round so that we can change our arm position and work on our shoulders a little. If you need to, grab your band. We're going to take it into eagle arms. So we're going to step back with our left foot. We're going to have the band in our right hand and bring that up. And then grab it at the bottom with the left hand. Now again, if you've got hair, you might be able to use your hair. Take the hair out of the way. So from here, with your hands here, you're pushing into your front knee, pulling the elbows back, locking up. So it's quite a powerful stretch. It's as if you're about to spring off and walk off. But with this, we're stretching that psoas muscle. Pulling the shoulders back. Great if you've been sitting at a desk all day. And then we're going to lift. We're going to step forward. We're going to let our bottom arm go and bring our top arm up. We're going to change sides. So we're taking our right foot back onto your tiptoe. Bring the left hand with the band up. Throw it over. Take the right hand behind. Grab hold. Push into that left knee. Pull the left elbow back. Reach back. And then we're pushing back. We're stepping up. We're dropping the bottom arm first, taking the top arm up and taking it out. And always be careful when you're moving them shoulders. Don't just like, oh, I'm just going to take them out. Always be aware what's happening. So let's do one more. I'm going to not use that. So we're stepping back with that left foot. We're taking the right arm up. We're taking the left arm in. We're pushing into the front knee. We're lifting the elbows, reaching back. So we're pushing forward with the lower part of the body and backwards with the upper part of the body. Your head should be able to rest on your arm. You should feel that lovely stretch all through the left side of the body. And then we're lifting up, stepping forward, undoing the arms, top comes down, up goes up, bringing them down. The standing mountain, this is the counter pose to it, and we're stepping back. So the left comes up, the right comes down. Push into the left knee, pull the elbow backwards, look up. Should be nice to breathe into the front of the body. Breathing into the lower part of the belly. You may feel that lovely stretch through the belly as well. And then undo. Oops, sorry, step forward and undo. Standing mountain just for a second. So we take it into our twist. We're taking our legs slightly apart. Now with this we're twisting round, so I'll go this way so that you can kind of see what I'm talking about. We're going into a forward bend. Now you're bringing your right hand and you're grabbing hold of your left leg. Let me bring it down a bit further. Alright. Right, you're using your right hand to grab your left leg, then your left hand goes over the top and grabs your right leg. You're then pulling and you're twisting and you're trying to have a look through your top arm, which is your left arm, and twisting round. Now you'll feel this pulling right through that lower back. You'll feel it pulling through the legs. And again, if you find that you're only twisting one way, especially if you're in a car, you'll find that the top lungs are now, if you breathe into them, it kind of stretches them a little bit. So we're going to bring ourselves back to centre and we're going to swap legs. So now the left hand goes onto the right leg. The right hand goes onto the left leg. The left hand goes onto the right leg. Wrong way. Now the top hand, hopefully it should be your right hand, that when you pull, you twist. So they come to the front. So you're twisting through. It doesn't take much of a push with the hands to feel that kind of stretch. And then we're going to bring it back round. So we're swapping the hands. Now if you can grab hold of your big toes, but don't worry if you can't. And again, you're twisting. So the left hand should be up on top this time. I absolutely love this stretch. It's all through the backs of the legs, the backs of the knees, the thighs, the hips. And you can use the waist to help twist you as well. And then we're going to come back to the centre. We're swapping the hands. And we're pulling. And again, you can only go one way. One way you won't be able to move. But use the waist to help with that twist as well. And then we're going to bring ourselves back to centre, undo our hands, bend our knees, look forward. And then from here, we're jumping back and down. Bless me. Excuse me. So you're going to bring yourself back up and onto your knees. Bring that. So stay on the floor. Stay down. Stay down. Stay down. Sorry. So up on top of child, but still into hero. So from here we're going to go into dolphin. Dolphin push back, and then dolphin dips and back. Into a plank, elbow plank, and then back into dolphin. So, but we'll start in dolphin. Now, you can have your hands together. You want your elbows to be still in line with your knees. You don't want them sliding apart. If they do start to slide, you might need to sort of tie your arms together. And then they won't go very far. Okay, so if they start to slide, tie them up. They can't go. If you find that it starts to hurt your elbows, don't do too many. Come out of it. The more you do it, the better it is. But you can't really put anything underneath your elbows, otherwise it just takes you off balance slightly. You can probably roll your mat a little bit and make it a little extra padding. But if you put a cushion or anything under it, you'll find that the cushion will start to slide. So just be careful if you put anything underneath. So your hands can be here. Now what I find is if I put my hands flat down like that, my little fingers squash. So I tend to bring out the two little fingers so that they stand upwards. And that makes a nice flat spot. And then you can always bring the other two fingers together so that they're kind of like that on the floor. You can always have the elbows down and the fists down or the hands flat. It's completely up to you. Whichever works for you, it doesn't matter. So I'm going for that version with my fingers down, but you can always go here, you can always go here. You can always as well, if you find that trying to keep them together is a bit of a pain, you might try putting a block between your arms, between your elbows, and again squeezing to help them to work. Again, anything that works for you, it doesn't matter. Use anything and everything. So from here, you've got your knees tucked underneath. Walk your knees in as close as you can. Tuck your toes. And then you're going to lift your bum up in the air. But you're looking towards your fingers. But you're pushing your shoulders back. You again, just like down dog, so hopefully you'll be able to see this way. That's not going to work. I'll end up flying. So what you don't want is your shoulder blades together. You want your shoulder blades apart. And you're pushing backwards. So you don't want your head tucked down. You want to make sure the head's out of the shoulders. Shoulder blades are apart. You're pushing backwards. And then bringing it back down. Let your head relax, so again on a block or your hands. Bring your arms in. Turn your shoulders over. Let them relax. We've been working those as well. So we're bringing ourselves back up. Now if you want to, you can watch this first. So elbows together, knees in, lifting up. You're coming forward and back. So with this, you're coming right over, but you're not going into a full plank. You could always move the feet back further if you wanted to take it into full plank and then pushing back. It depends on what you want. Last one. Take the knees down, take the head down, bring the arms back, let the head and everything drop forward. So we're going to take it into a twisted bind. So again, you may want your band. And we're going to start with our knees on the floor, but we can always take it up. I think which way is best to go. So I'm going to do that. So, me trying to work out if I could face you so while I'm doing it. Now with this, you're trying to get your elbow on the other side of the leg. And then you're bringing your hand down so that it's kind of coming underneath your leg. You're using your band and you're swinging it until you can grab hold of your band. Then you're pulling and twisting round to the back as much as you can. If you can walk your hands down and grab the hands, that's fine, but as you see, I can't do it today. I used to be able to do this. Yep. Yep. It says swing it under. So holding on, twist the body, use the hand on the band, pull the hands apart, and that'll help to twist the body round. Push into that front knee. And then we're going to undo ourselves and bring that foot back. So let's try the other side, bringing the foot up. Trying to get the elbow, so if you need to, squeeze your belly in, move your boobs over, take your hand down. Take the other one over the top. Either place it, if it's easier to have a block, place it on the block, grab hold of it at the back. Oh, sorry, wrong way. Place it on the block, grab hold of it at the back, reach over, grab hold that way. Walk your hands in, pull on the band, and as you do, twist around the back. Push into the front leg, stretch the back leg. Nearly on a wheel. Yeah. And then we're going to undo and push back. So let's try one more time, and this time if we can, we're going to see if we can lift that back leg. So stretching round, flicking the band underneath, walking the hands in, pushing into the front knee, pulling on that band, tucking that back toe, looking down towards that back leg, and then seeing if we can lift the knee off the floor. Let's take the knee down, undo, turn out. Let's change legs. Last one. So bringing the foot up. So reaching over, grabbing hold, walking your hands in, pulling, pushing into the front knee, looking down towards the back foot, tuck the toe. Only if you feel comfortable, lift the back knee. And then we're gently bringing that knee down. We're undoing. We're coming round. Bringing that leg back. Sitting back into child. So we're going to lift ourselves up and take our toes and bring ourselves into down dog. And in down dog, we're just going to circle our head. And then let's take it in the opposite direction. And let's bring it down. Push back into that child. We're going to lift the left arm up, bring the right hand underneath into a thread the needle. Let the head go to the side. Feel the stretch through the right shoulder. If you want, let that left elbow drop down. Let's again lift that left elbow, pull the right hand out, bring it up, swap, bring the left elbow, left hand underneath, bring the head down, let the right elbow drop. Breathe into the space between the shoulder blade, the left shoulder blade and the rib cage. And then we're going to bring ourselves out, tuck the chin in, roll up to hero. We're going to bring ourselves to relax down. So choose your position. It can be on your back, on your side. Make sure that you're nice and comfortable. Remember, you can sit up, you can lie down. If you want, you could do the alternate breath that we did at the beginning in a different position, so lying down. How does that feel? Does it feel differently? But with alternative breathing, with everything, I want you to think about how you feel physically, how you feel emotionally. On the in-breath, on the out-breath. Is it the same? Is it different? Never worry about any thoughts. Let the thoughts come. Let them go. Try not to analyse them. Sometimes the thoughts that we have can be scary or horrid. But just remember, they're just thoughts. They're not real until you put them into action. Sorry. Sorry about that. Try to check all the muscles in your body. So check in your eyes, that you're not squeezing your eyes too tight. Checking that you're not gripping your jaw. That your jaw's nice and relaxed. That you're not holding any tension in the shoulders. Just let the shoulders relax. Make sure there's no tension in your fingers and your hands. And let your fingers and your hands relax. Make sure that you're not tensing your shoulder blades or your chest muscles. And as you breathe out, that everything relaxes. Make sure you're not tensing your belly. It's quite easy to hold your belly tight, especially if you're worried, or you're angry, or you're stressed. But you've got nothing to worry or stress about at the moment. Just let your belly go. Your pelvic muscles and try and make sure they're relaxed. Tense them and then relax them. Sometimes we squeeze our body. So make sure that your bum is relaxed. Because I'm always telling you about your inner thighs, sometimes we squeeze those. And if you let them go, you may find that the legs will roll out to the side. The same with them legs, the muscles that pull the knees up. Try to make sure they're relaxed. that you're not pointing or flexing the toes. They just relax. As soon as you relax them again, it'll feel as if them legs want to drop out a little bit further. Notice where you're breathing. So as the breath comes into the body, can you feel it? The air passing up through the nose, tickling the hairs. Can you follow it down the back of the throat? When you're holding your breath, can you feel your heartbeats? Can you feel your veins pumping? Can you feel your stomach gurgling? And as you breathe out, can you feel the air again passing down the nose hair? Maybe even feel the breath on the top of it. Noticing as the breath goes into the chest, underneath the arms, into the belly, into the back. Noticing how the skin feels. As the skin on the hands, the arms are exposed. Feel different from the skin of the chest that's covered. Can you feel the material on your skin? Can you feel the breeze on your skin? Is there anything you can smell? Take a big stiff. Don't follow that smell, but just think, yep, I can smell this, or I can smell that, or I can't smell anything. Take another sniff in. Smell anything in there. And then if you think about your hearing, apart from me and the music, what else can you hear? Don't let it take you. Just notice how far away you can hear sounds. Bring all your senses back towards you. The touch, the smell, seeing the inside of your eyes, listening to the sound of your body and your breath. Lick your lips and taste your lips. Stay nice and relaxed, but start to feel into the knees, into the hips, moving up the spine, from the back of the spine, up through the top of the spine, through the shoulders, the elbows, the wrists, the fingers, into the neck and into the head. No matter where you are, take a big breath in through both nostrils, stretch up, and as you breathe out through the mouth, letting the air out. Take another big breath in and out. If you're lying on your back, make sure you pull your knees up and circle round with the legs. And then stay on your side. Make sure that you feel okay before you sit up. I'm going to say good night.